Good morning, students. Today I am going to give a lecture regarding the hydrocarbons. In hydrocarbons, previously, after one online lecture of the Google Meet, I sent two videos. In that, we learn introductory topics of this hydrocarbon of unit number 15. In that definition, I gave then classification of hydrocarbon, then alkanes introduction definition, then isomerism of alkanes. In that, some structure also I gave. Then conformation in alkanes. Later on, I give some structure regarding the Sohor's formula and Newman projection formula. In that, we learn staggered and eclipse conformation, which represent the staggered and eclipse conformation of the ethanes. Later on, I said about the industrial preparation of alkanes. In that, industrial sources, then methods of preparation of alkane. In that, I said I give topics of from unsaturated hydrocarbons. In that, some chemical reactions I give. We discuss later on by second method from alkyl halide. In that, we learn by reduction of alkyl halides later on by using reactive metals, then alkyl magnesium halide, that is Gr Grignard reagent. In that, some chemical reactions. In that, I said about the balancing and how to write the reaction. Okay, students, today I am going to start the physical properties of alkanes. In that, polarity, first point we'll discuss. Polarity regarding the electromagneticity of the carbon and hydrogen is nearly the same. In that, carbon and hydrogen bonds as well as carbon carbon bonds are nonpolar covalent bonds, and alkanes are thus nonpolar. That's why the forces which hold nonpolar molecules together are by weak van der Waals forces. Those are usually weak. The larger surface area of the molecules indicates stronger bond or stronger molecules. Such intermolecular van der Waals forces are observed in that, and that's why we'll observe that type of polarity. In physical properties, next stanza we want to discuss the intermolecular forces. The intermolecular forces means what? The forces among the two or more than two molecules, as well as between the atoms. These intermolecular forces are relatively stronger in straight chain type of hydrocarbon means alkanes than that of the branch chain alkanes. Obviously, in straight chain alkane they are elongated along the 180 axis or 180 degree in the one axis. That's why these are stronger. So straight chain alkanes have higher melting point and higher boiling point. The universe relation is that if stronger are the bond, require much more energy to break this bond, and that's why their MP and BP are higher. In that, some structure we'll see. In this structure, first structure I want to discuss about the pentane, N-pentane. In that, we'll see large carbon chain indicates large surface area. The carbon atoms are more in the straight chain that shows larger surface area, and that type of chain we'll observe in case of this one pentane. In pentane, I said these first two structures are straight one, and later on in this structure indicates what neopentane, and this structure indicates again same one neopentane. The difference between these first two and these two is that first two are straight chain requires larger surface area, and next yellow portion indicated these are branch chain, those require smaller surface area. As per the surface area, we can say that the larger surface area compound means straight chain alkanes have higher melting and boiling point than that of the branch chain alkanes. That's why pentane and pentane, these first two which are indicated by the green portion, they has the larger MPBP than that of the neopentane, which are indicated by the yellow shade. So such type of information we can learn from these two structure, which indicates the relative surface area of the straight chain and branch chain hydrocarbons means alkanes. Later on, branch chain alkanes have lower melting and boiling point because their intermolecular forces are overcome partly during the melting process, and that's why completely during the boiling process. Table 15.2, lower one table. This indicates melting point and boiling point of some alkanes. Alkanes are colorless and odorless. Normally, first four alkanes, these are colorless and odorless. At room temperature, the first four alkanes are gases, and next alkanes having means carbon number 5 means pentane to the carbon number 17 carbon alkanes are liquid state, and carbon 18 onwards are in the solid state. Naturally, the number of the carbon atoms increases, their molecular weight increases, and that's why we'll observe variability in their physical properties. That's why first four alkanes are in gaseous state, 5 to 7 alkanes are in liquid state, and carbon 18 onwards are in solid state. That information we can get from this table of 15.2. In this table of 15.2, one by one we'll discuss. The first alkane has the molecular formula CH4 means methane. In that, molecular formula of this methane is 16. Remember, carbon atom has the 12 atomic mass, hydrogen atom has 1 atomic mass. In case of methane, one carbon has 12 and 4 carbon atom has 4. So 12 plus 4 is what? 16. So 16 is the molecular mass or molecular weight of methane. Its boiling point is 111 degree Kelvin and melting point is 90.5 Kelvin. In same way, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, and so on. In that, from this table, we can observe that here their molecular weight increases right from methane to the last one hexane. In that, some branch compound also we'll see, as well as their boiling point and melting point values also increases. The reason is that intermolecular forces are going to stronger, and that's why their MPPP also increases. Later on, we'll see the next topic of same unit is uses of alkane, where we can use alkane commonly or uncommonly, means in our routine life or in laboratory or industrial purpose, where we can use, that we want to discuss. In uses of alkanes, first four alkanes are used as a fuel like methane, ethane, propane, and butane. They can be used as the fuel mainly for heating and for cooling purpose. Example: liquefied petroleum gas (LPG), then compressed natural gas (CNG). So these are the best examples of the first four alkanes which are used as a fuel, and they show the more calorific value. So popularly they are used in the vehicle. Later on, CNG, petrol, diesel are used as the fuel for automobiles. Lower liquid alkanes are used as a solvent, normally organic solvent. Alkanes with more than 35 degrees Celsius or 35 carbon atoms, not degree, but 35 carbon atoms, which are indicates as the source of tar. These are used for the road surfacing as well as road making. Waxes means higher alkanes. Waxes are higher molecular weight alkanes. They can be used as the lubricant to avoid the friction of the machinery parts, as well as they are used for the preparation of candles and carbon black, which are used in the printing ink. That is used in the manufacture of the printing ink as well as in the shoe polish, as well as various purposes of this one in the printing matter. So these are the common uses of alkane. Out of these four uses, at least four you have to use, you have to remember frequently, and you have to revise. Why? Because in exam, out of these four, at least four are asked, miss for 2 marks, half each, like that. Then we're going to discuss about the alkenes. Alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons, means double bonded, containing at least one carbon-carbon double bond, at least. Alkenes with one carbon-carbon double bond contain two hydrogen atom less than corresponding alkane. For example, ethane has the formula C2H4. Then ethene has the formula C2H4. C2S is the formula for ethane and C2H4 is the formula for ethene. So in this way, two hydroatom going to less. Then they has means alkene has the general formula CnH2n where N represent the number of the carbon atom. And remember, alkene we going to start from the N equal to 2 value, means at least 2 for that ethene, for 3 propene, then for 4 butene and so on. You have also learned about the IUPAC nomenclature, means IUPAC names of these alkenes in chapter 14. Then in the IUPAC nomenclature of these alkenes, from the nearest side of the carbon-carbon double bond, we want to start the numbering. This is the most common rule about the IUPAC system. That also we'll discuss one by one with representation of their structures. Alkenes with more than 3 carbon atoms, they shows both structural isomerism as well as geometrical isomerism. Now, what is the structural isomerism? The isomerism which are arises due to different ways of writing in their structure are called as structural isomerism. Alkenes having the molecular formula C4H8, that is butene, they shows the following structures. In that first structure is CH2 double bond CH, CH2 CH3. So this structure has the name but1ene. Why? Because double bond is located between first and second carbon. Among that, one is the lowest. That's why here we can take one. In chain totally four carbons are there. That's why but. Then its IPC name is but dash one dash in ene in. So but1ene. It represents four carbons in the chain with double bond between the first and second carbon. That's why one but1ene. You may say one butene also. Later on, next structure is CS3CH double bond CH CS3. In that double bond is located between second and third carbon atom. That's why its IUPAC name is but dash 2 dash in. It represents chain of the four carbon atoms. Later on, three carbon chain we are going to discuss in this structure. In this structure, CH2 double bond C CS3 single bond CS3. In that double bond is located between first and second, and the issue is about the writing of the carbon number. So from double bonded side, we can start numbering 1, 2, 3 in the straight line. You can go top side also third, but normally we prefer what straight line. That's why in straight way we have to choose. So in chain 3 carbon, that's why prop. Double bond located in first and second. So one is lowest, that's why prop 1 in. And before that, other substituent means on second carbon, methyl group is there. That's why 2 dash methyl, then prop 1 in. So this is the full IUPAC name of this structure. And this structure represents 3 carbon atom in the chain. Then structure 1 and 2, structure 1 and 3, along with 2 and 3 are the examples of chain isomerism. They differ in carbon chain length. Structure 1 and 2 are the examples of position isomerism because they differ in the position of double bond in the same carbon atom. That might be either between first, second, or second, third, like that. Later on, next isomerism, we are going to discuss about the geometrical isomerism. What is that? Geometrical isomerism arises due to the difference in arrangement, spatial arrangement of the carbon atoms or groups about the carbon-carbon double bond. That is called a geometrical isomerism. If the two atoms or groups bonded to each end of the carbon-carbon double bond, they are different, then the molecules can be represented by two different spatial arrangement of the groups or atom that is follows the geometrical isomerism. Example we can see downside. In that, two structures are given, structure A and structure B. In structure A and B, here around the carbon-carbon double bond, this XX on the same side means left side of the carbon-carbon double bond, as well as this YY which are same side means right side of the carbon-carbon double bond. That's why this structure you may say cis structure. These are called as cis structure. And here around the carbon-carbon double bond, this XX which are opposite means trans. YY also opposite means trans around the carbon-carbon double bond. That's why you may say these structures are what? Trans structure. So this cis and trans, so these are the two main classifications about the carbon-carbon double bond in case of geometrical isomerism that we'll discuss in detail later on. Now in structure A, the two identical atoms like XX and YY or groups lie on the same side of the doubly bonded carbon. That's why this geometrical isomerism in which two identical or similar atoms or groups which are lie or located on the same side of the double bond, then these are called as cis isomer. Remember, same side cis isomer, the same side cis isomer. Clear? And in same way, about here, this one, these are in the opposite side. That's why these are called as trans isomer. Later on, in structure B, two identical atoms or groups lie on the opposite side of the double bond. The geometrical isomer in which two identical or similar atoms or groups lie on the opposite side of the double bond are called trans isomer. Now about this one, this XX in the opposite way, later on this YY in the opposite way. So this XX in the opposite way and YY in the opposite way, that can be indicates what trans structure of this geometrical isomerism. Now here cis and trans, these are the main representation of the geometrical isomerism. On same side, about the carbon-carbon double bond indicates cis structure. About the carbon-carbon double bond in the opposite side, these groups indicates what trans structure. Now here in structure B, we'll observe system of trans structure. In structure A, cis structure will observe. The geometrical isomerism in which two identical or similar atoms or groups lie on the